Matter. It is anything with mass or volume. Matter is everything around us. Air, water, walls, pencils. It's all made up of matter. Matter is categorized into four main states: solids, liquids, gases, and plasma. We will focus on solids, liquids, and gases in this video, what they are made of, and more in-depth into them. Let's talk about how the kinetic molecular theory comes into play. The kinetic molecular theory explains what happens to matter when the kinetic energy in particles change. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion, and all particles are stated to be moving, containing kinetic energy. The main points of KMT are as follows. 1. All matter is composed of particles. 2. There is space between these particles. 3. Particles are constantly moving. And 4. Energy makes particles move. We'll elaborate on these points. The first and second point. Solids, liquids, and gases have particles, but what decides their state of matter is the way that the particles are arranged. In solids, molecules are packed together firmly, creating a distinct and definite shape or volume. In liquids, there is more empty space between the molecules, allowing them to take a definite volume, for example, filling a container. Lastly, in gases, molecules have a random arrangement and are able to roam around freely because they have more space. Gases cannot take a definite shape or volume, and its surroundings determine how much gas there is. We all know all particles have space, but what exactly is space? Well, it is nothing. Therefore, there is nothing in between these molecules. The third point, particles are constantly moving, even in solids. The particles in solids, rather than zooming around, vibrate. They are able to vibrate because there is space. However, in this case, there is very little space. Liquid particles slide past each other and move more freely than solids. This allows particles to pour or flow because they can move and have the space to. Gases are able to move freely because of the large amount of space they have between all particles. This is why we cannot feel or see some gases, because the way they are composed makes them impossible to hold or pour. Air is a gas, and we cannot see air since all particles are difficult to see through the human eye. The particles are still there, but they are very tiny. Our last main point comes down to energy. Energy comes in many forms. Energy makes the particles move. More energy causes the particles to distance further away from each other and causes them to speed up when they are moving. This causes the particles to change. These changes can cause them to change their state of matter. We'll use water to demonstrate two changes of state in matter: melting, where a solid turns into a liquid, and evaporation, where a liquid turns into a gas. Ice is the solid form of water. Solids do not contain as much energy as liquids and gas, as in a normal state, particles have little room to move and are tightly packed. Our type of energy will be heat. When you apply heat to a block of ice, it starts to melt. The energy causes particles to move faster and spread out, causing the ice's particles to be energized to a point where it becomes a liquid state. Water. Now, we have water. If we apply even more energy, even more heat to the water, all the molecules spread out and move even quicker than before, turning it into a gas by moving from all this energy. This is called evaporation. That was the three basic states of matter and the kinetic molecular theory.